Hey everyone, are we live? I wanted to wait a few seconds before saying anything to make sure we were actually live. Are we actually live? I don't know, hard to tell. I don't know, are we? Trying to tell. Oh, we got bubbles again. Oh, they're back. The bubbles are back. Alright guys, so we have some channel updates to get to. So we're going to take a walk and talk about some things. And we're going to also... Well, I'm going to chug this a bit. Well, not really chug, but you get me. I need some energy. I got my Shamrock Shake. So we're going to take a walk and we're going to talk a little bit. So, channel updates. Hogwarts Legacy, in my opinion, that's like one of the more important things I'm doing right now, because that game is proving that, you know, after all this time playing it, you know, it's been out, it's just getting better, they're just improving it, it's not getting any worse or anything like that, it's just going to get better. And so I'm really excited to keep playing that game because it's already really good, it's already really fun, and I'm really just looking forward to getting 100% and getting all the stuff done and just exploring more of the game. It's going to take a long time to get 100%, I think. There's a lot to do. Some of these achievements, we're getting them done. We're getting a lot done. We got a lot done the past two streams, actually. We got a lot of achievements done. If you guys need your achievements done, we got a lot done. We even addressed the Demiguise Moon issue that I thought was an issue, but really wasn't an issue. We got that done. I do have the achievement for that now. We got a lot of things done. We found all the Blue Flames. We have a lot to do yet. We have to get all the Merlin trials done, and there's one that's throwing me for a loop. I don't know how we're going to do it. But regardless, I'm really excited to do this stuff. Really fun exploring the open world with you guys, and you know, hearing everybody's feedback on it too, and you know, like just chatting with new people that are playing the game too. I know I got all these bubbles in my face, right? It's just really fun to meet the other people that are playing the game too, and chat with them too, and hear their thoughts on it too. I can't wait for Quidditch and to do all that. I certainly have a lot of fun flying around in the room. That's a lot of the game for me, a lot of the fun for me. So we're gonna make some more streams for Hogwarts Legacy, and whatever that entails. So I think we have to get all the house coats, all the house robes for all the houses, right? For all the different, you know, because I have them for Ravenclaw and Gryffindor, but I think I need them. I got to get them for Slytherin and Hufflepuff. I think that's one of them. If not, then we don't have to do that. But yeah, I think it might be. So it wouldn't be too hard. Wouldn't be too hard to do that. So. One of the other things I want to do too is just spend some time looking around the different common rooms for the different houses. Obviously, we've already spent quite a bit of time, you know, looking around the common room for Ravenclaw, and we spent a stream or two doing Gryffindor as well, and that's a really cool common room. I really like Gryffindor. Gotta get the bubbles out of my face. And I really like Gryffindor, so we're gonna have to spend some time playing that too. But also, I have to get Avada Kedavra, and I think I have that locked on this character, so we're gonna have to do that on Gryffindor anyway. So the question is, what else are we playing? I finished Borderlands 3 on stream. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I actually did finish the story finally on stream, and that was pretty fun. We did that, and I think I'm almost level capping that, so definitely be inclined to play that again soon too. But there's some content that came out for Hitman 3 that we need to get into. It was supposed to, I forget exactly when it's all coming out. I feel like the Sean Beam stuff should have been out already, but I could be wrong. He's coming back for another elusive target, so we got to do that. And as you guys know, we like to get that stuff done. I had fun doing the Hitman 3 stream with y'all, but I gotta be honest, I don't know why we couldn't complete that one achievement. Like I said, those are pretty straightforward, and we've had those issues before where they don't tick for us, and those are pretty straightforward. When those don't work, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's as simple as it was that one where we're talking about, like, the kissing couple taking a picture of them. I mean, that's as simple as taking a picture before they realize we're there and they respond. We definitely did that. So I'm not sure what's going on with that one, but hopefully they fix that. So anyway, let's go take a walk. We're going to keep talking a little bit. I don't know if we're going to walk for too long. Is anybody even in here? Dead shot. So we got the Shamrock. So this is Shamrock Shake, but it's not McDonald's Shamrock Shake. And it does taste like a Shamrock Shake. Yeah, it's not McDonald's, but it said Shamrock Shake, so I bought it, and it's good. Tastes just like it. It's good stuff. So let me finish my energy here. I want to walk here. I'll take my Shamrock with me. We got bananas. Yeah, we got bananas. We've got bananas. And we got bananas. Bananas. And pink flamingos. Bananas and pink flamingos. So anyway, yeah, let me shut off the engine. I'm gonna take a walk with you guys. What's everyone up to? I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. So yeah. Yeah. Hogwarts Legacy. That'll be the regular Last Epoch, too. Last Epoch. You guys are probably like, man, what's going on with that? We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about Last Epoch. I'm just hanging out a little bit. I'm just wondering what this guy's doing here. He sort of like came back to his car and he's like looking around. Gets out of it. Looks around some more. Goes in the back. Looks around some more. Gets back in. I thought it looked a little weird. I was just curious. Like I don't think he knew I was sitting here. So like that's why I was sitting here just like waiting to see if he would do something. Try not to be obvious, you know. Cause like it was real sus. But he's not. He's probably just zoned out. I do that. Like I'll just look around at like the woods. He's probably just zoned out. All right, let's take a walk. You want to take a banana? We're gonna take a banana. That'll go right in here. Yeah, finish this. What's up? What's everyone up to anyway? Anybody doing anything interesting? All right. I don't really want to take this. Yeah, I don't really want to take this. I kind of want to just take my banana. I don't really want to have to carry my drink. It's pretty good though. So we'll probably come across a few people. There's 4 cars here. Wow, it is cold. It's colder than it looks. I don't know how long we're going to do this. I'm not really sure why it cut out there, but apparently it cut out. I'm not really sure why. All right, let's go with who is screaming. All right, so with Last Epoch, honestly, with Last Epoch, I just want to give it a little time, let it fester. I gotta be honest, we're grinding really hard for what it seems like nothing. I don't know. It kind of feels like I'm going to get to level cap and there's just not going to be nothing I need to do. Like, so what? I'm level cap. Now what? I feel like Last Epoch, I don't know why I was under the impression it had PvP, but last epoch, it's the sort of thing, like I said, where I'm grinding all the way to level cap. I just feel like I'm gonna get to level cap, and it's gonna be not nothing. We're gonna get there, and that's it. Now I'm level cap. Big deal. Nice scenery. Thank you. It is nice. Glad you enjoy it. But yeah, I just feel like we really, waited a year or so. I don't know. More stuff in the game. Just weird. Just to grind all this way for, I don't know, to get to level cap, for it to be that, Nothing. I don't know, some dungeons, right? We can beat some really hard bosses we already beat before. That's what it feels like. So, I don't know. I hope they bring more seasonal stuff. Cycle versus legacy. But either way, Hogwarts has pretty much my full attention. And that's because, again, we've been talking here and there about the optimization issues, and they've been listening. They've been doing it, and they really didn't complain. They just did it. They said, we heard you, and they did it. And I really appreciate that. That means I'm going to play the game and I'm going to love it. And I'll talk it up like crazy. Wow, what a great game. And I do believe that we have a masterpiece with that. Where we just have this huge open world map, huge castle, and lots of nostalgia too from when we all grew up watching the movies, of course. So, you gotta realize when, we have these gems that exist that nobody's playing. How many people bought the game? Yeah, like it sold fairly well, but it could have done way better. And, well, I think that just has to do with, the separation between, I don't want to get a Harry Potter game, or it's a Harry Potter game, And we have to get over that because it's a good game. Really good. I don't see a single like in there. We're liking the stream and the scenery, but I don't see a single like slapping in there. Let's like the stream, please, guys. If we like the scenery, then we like the stream, please. Thank you a million times. Pretty please. Appreciate the likes. Thank you. All these concurrent stuffing in, guys. Thank you so much. Let's slap that like if you do, in fact, like it. There we are. Whoa. Ho ho. 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 Whew.
You want to see a cave? I can see a cave. It is cold, that's for sure. It's not gonna be like huge or anything, but we'll just see a cave. Yeah, with Last Epoch, like I said, I'm having fun, but I don't know, just there's still a few performance issues to work over, just a few, nothing like too major. And then at the same time we have, like I said, this long tedious grind. It feels like WoW leveling, you know? And then we're gonna get to I don't know what, go through the game again, beat the same bosses we beat again, but harder. Do a dungeon or two, sure. I don't know. That's where we were, right here. Okay. There's your cave up there. So there's really nothing to do with this. Except to just sort of explore a little bit, look around. I mean, it's just a tiny little cave. There's really nothing there to see. There you go. Mainly, it's really just a hole. That's it. No real caves. This is here because years ago they blasted this land for the mine. So it looks like this because of blasting. It's not natural. So that's why this is here. That's why it's so like, you know, kind of like jagged and stuff, and there's just like piles of rocks here. So that's from them blasting. So essentially, you know, if anybody knows what they kind of used to do, that's the point. So we have this long sort of area up here that was blasted out, and then it formed this cool rock formation up here. But it was really just to make way for the, you know, the mine that's down here. And it's like kind of obvious once you realize you head up here, and like kind of the whole landscape's kind of built around it. So you just like, you head over here, And that's why there's these signs, because as is the edge of where you're supposed to go, essentially. Because if you go down there, that's what we're talking about. So like, that's the point. See how it's like just suddenly downhill? That's why. So when they blast for these mines, essentially sometimes you get, you know, some kind of like that. You get all that rock, that layered rock near the top of the mountain. Long time ago though. I mean, probably might have been before I was born. It was blasted. I don't know. Probably was. Was the park here that long? No. When I was a kid, the park was, it wasn't even a park. People couldn't come back here. But now it's a county park. They preserve it. Well, actually, I lied. I think it's actually state. I think it's preferred by the state, to be honest with you. But either way, I'm glad they did that because, you know, gives people a nice place to walk and really nice to come up here, obviously. So anyway, you guys, a lot of you new people on the channel, I appreciate you. Appreciate the new faces. Let's get to some of you guys. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me or anything like that, feel free. But let's get to some of you guys. I know some of you guys are probably interested, like, well, what's your favorite? I'm sorry, I don't know why it's doing this. What's your favorite, you know, type of video game? You know, honestly, this kind of goes with the time. You know, a lot of time, I'll just say RPG. But I mean, like, there are certain time periods where there's a lot of games out that are really good for that genre. I remember back a while ago when Borderlands 2 was coming out, shooters were just on fire. And I probably would have said shooters back then, you know? So, you know, it goes with the times. Right now, I'm saying it's RPGs. I really like platformers too. For those of you wondering, I do play platformers on the channel. One thing I love to do is I love to show up with a platformer nobody's ever heard of. There's some people here and there linger around and like, yeah, I play that. That's a cool platformer, you know. I always appreciate that because, you know, we're one and the same, probably, because we appreciate the little things. But in my opinion, a good platformer is where gaming, you know, the heart and soul of what gaming is today started, because, you know, we really took arcade and made it three-dimensional with Mario. You know, like with that concept. The concept that we're moving across the screen and there's, you know, we have secrets where we go behind stuff now. You know, they're thinking outside the box to make this three-dimensional instead of necessarily making it three-dimensional yet. And so that led the playing field for, all right, we eventually want this to happen, you know, and we started seeing top-down stuff and, you know, just, you know, like top-down stuff started kind of getting more diagonal, you know, like it was the sort of thing where Mario really led the playing field with a lot of platforming games that came out. And, you know, like, and Contra too, obviously. I love a good platform. And some of my favorite games, probably one of my favorite platformers, if not my favorite of all time, is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I came from Castlevania games. I came from stuff like that. I'd sit there and watch my brother play it and then want to play it immediately after, you know, because it was so cool. So, yeah, I love platformers. So, like, I want to sink my teeth into a good platformer, but, like, I don't know, I'm pretty selective a lot of times. And like, while I like a lot of different things, for me to sit there and actually play through the whole thing where it's not like just redundant, repetitively the same thing, it kind of progresses, you know, keeps you involved, but also ever changing in the sense that it's not, like I said, just recycled mechanics continuing through the game. You know, that's how you destroy a platforming genre. You know, you just release the same game over and over and title it 3 and 4. But if you want to save it, you know, like that, in my opinion, like you come up with really unique mechanics that are included in the environments and stuff. And there's some games that really do this well. And then, you know, like, we get really, really simple ideas and cool platformers out of, you know, just concepts where people, you know, just understood what it meant instead of just making the next platformer. So, I like roguelikes too, as you guys have seen me play a lot of roguelikes. Vampire Survivors obviously takes the cake for me. Love that. Probably my favorite one. There's a few other ones I really like. Tiny Rogues. I just randomly played that the one day. What was it, like $10 or something like that? Which randomly was like really good. That was one of the most arcadey ones that I played. And yeah, I gotta be honest, it was really solid. You know, we really had a solid experience with that. Oh, we need bubbles. We have no bubbles. Oh man. Wait, there you go. Now you guys can see it. So, for some of you that are new to the channel, and you're like, what's going on? Why doesn't this guy have a schedule? We have a lot of, I have a lot of people that harass me. So if I have a schedule, they know when to harass me, essentially. That's why I don't have a schedule. That's the simplest way I can say that. I didn't even eat my banana. I was like, I'm gonna eat my banana. I was like, oh wait, I took it with me. That is the simplest way to put it. Honestly, I really do just try to make content all the time. So, I mean, if I'm not making content, I'm probably cleaning, do laundry or whatever, you know, so like, you know, or sleeping, you know. So, I really do try to make content all the time. So that way you guys aren't like, you know, wondering when I'm live. That way you can just be like, oh, well, he'll be live sometime soon, you know. So what I like to do is, like, if we're working towards achievements or something, I do try to push to get as many done in one stream as possible, so you guys can like sort of kind of follow along if you guys are doing them too. But I also like to every once in a while try like one of those games out. Like, you guys have seen me try out those new games that show up on Game Pass or whatever, and you know, maybe it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours for the story, and we just play through it in an entire stream. I like doing that too. I like just trying out new games, and you guys can see me try it out and be like, well, I want to play that now, you know.
That's the point, is to show you guys what you're getting into, you know. That's also why I like to do things first on stream. Like, I don't like to try it out on my own and then stream it. I like to stream it first and then you guys see my experience. Because then you can be like, well, no, I know not to play that, or you can see, like, based on how I take it, whether you'd want to play it or not. And in my opinion, that helps game companies too, because if somebody's doing that properly, they can gauge how the audience receives their product accurately. I just feel like a lot of times they sort of kind of go out of their way to troll that concept, you know, that, yeah, like, you know, we're not going to represent the consumer. It's like, well, no, I am the consumer. That's what I am. You know, we do actually, you know, because we're just people, you know. So that's what they don't get, you know. And that's part of what's always been my voice, is just you know, trying to give that accurate depiction of what my first time experience of something would be, or, you know, just you know, just completely organic experience, I guess you could say. Not even first time, but like, you know, all the streaming we spend on like Hogwarts Legacy, I really try to wait to look something up, and a lot of those I'm actually pretty good at figuring them out, and then some of them it just seems like really not very straightforward. Then they can gauge if I'm just being dumb, or if like it looks something like something they may want to fix, and they can actually like look at that and see it organically, instead of, you know, like seeing it clipped up in a very specific manner. And that's why I do a lot of the way I do, is because, like I said, you can see it totally organic, and it's not clipped up, it's not pieced together for you. It just happened, and you can see it. It just happened. And so that's why a lot of where I come from with that stuff. Do you guys see? Here's the thing. I normally do this where I turn it sideways. That way I can show you guys the road. You guys can't even really see the road. You're just gonna be seeing me. Is that like super ultra interesting? It's not really that interesting, is it? So I was gonna get some tacos, because this ain't doing it. I was gonna get some tacos. All right. Yeah. No more energy. We might have to go with G Fuel. Yeah, I really don't want to do this. I would much rather do like sideways, you guys on the road. But I've already started like this, so let's do it like this. How about I do this though? What's this one look like? It's not too bad. I'm really white in that one. I'm gonna just change the filter to something normal. How's this one? I like that. This one looks normal. Yeah, like rather than bubbles the whole time. Hey, no sleep. What's up, dude? I'm gonna get tacos. We're talking about platformers. I want to get this. It's on the it's on the Blizzard launcher. I keep forgetting it's on there. I want to get it. I would love to get that newest Crash game. Oh my gosh, I see dogs. I want to pet them now. They're German Shepherds. Did you know German Shepherds are the most aggressive breed of dog, technically? By research, according to research. I still want to pet them. No, I'm good with dogs. I once knew this dog that she's actually a Malamute, which I think is even a little bit more aggressive, right? They're the ones used for canine and stuff, like policing. And this was a dog that I guess apparently was a little too aggressive and couldn't be trained and like was just hard to work with, I guess. So but anyway, you know, I was meeting the dog for the first time, and I didn't even know this. Well, that's what people think. That's the point. That's what people think, but it's like so opposite of that. They're actually really nice. But I didn't even know that. And like, I don't know, I just instantly I kind of just like looked at dog and the dog looked at me. It was this sort of thing where it was like, well, hi, you know, and it just sort of kind of detected that I had no malintent whatsoever, you know, because dogs do have that extra sense, you know, they can feel your emotions and stuff. They know when it spikes and all that. And I just bent down and gave the dog a big hug and put my face right next to her face. And you know, my cousin was just like shocked. He was just like, I'm kind of surprised she's not tearing your face off right now, you know. And I appreciated her saying that, because like it's the sort of thing where like I always knew I was sort of naturally good with you know, like animals and stuff, but like her saying that was nice. But yeah, like for sure it was really, really cool. And then I had of course a special connection then the whole time I knew the dog. Unfortunately they live out of state and I didn't really get to see her much, but really, really nice dog. And like that was the whole point, was like she didn't know me, she wasn't comfortable with me yet, but for some reason it was fine that I was hugging her. I had just shown up, never met me, it was right at the front door, and I bowed down, put my arms around her and hugged her, and my face was right in hers, and she was fine with this. So it was just it was the sort of thing where she was right, like that was very telling, you know, and I appreciated her pointing that out. But no, I mean cats and dogs, but yeah, I see some dogs I just want to run over and pet them. But yeah, like that exactly, no sleep. Like that's what a lot of people think. And you know, like they get a bad rep. They really do get a bad rep. No, pits are actually really sweet. They are. I have known some pits that were just some of the sweetest dogs you will ever meet. They're so nice. They're just protective. That's it. That's why that's why, because they're so nice, because they care so much about their owners. That's why they appear that way. They are so protective. That's why pits are that way, because they're actually some of the nicest. German Shepherds just have like that aggressive tendency for some reason when something gets near their neck and stuff like that. They just kind of growl and just have that response. It's literally just a tendency. So I think it's also doesn't help that sort of bred them for canining and stuff. But I mean that understandable. So some of them do good work. Some of them are really, really definitely born for it. And like I said, that dog I met was trained for that too. She was really nice, really special animal. So we're gonna go get some tacos. I love cats. Anybody wants to know, I just don't advertise my animals and stuff like that. I just don't do that. It's just something personally I just don't do. But yeah, I love cats. We have cats. I love them. I mean, I'm sure that's kind of obvious. I play Hogwarts. I see a cat. I have to pet it. That's literally the same. If I saw a cat in real life and it was there, I would probably try to pet it. I wouldn't care if it was a stray. I would probably try to pet it. Yeah. And then it would follow me. That's happened before. That happened when I was younger a lot. They'd follow me home and stuff. That's how we actually ended up getting cats sometimes when I was younger. Follow me home. Like the bus stop or whatever. Happened to my cousin or my brother. Yeah. Definitely obtained some cats by being followed home from the bus. You gotta love that though. You pet the cat. Okay, I'm yours now. Take me home. Just follows you. Like, no, I can't. No. Don't you have a home? And it just follows you, and you're like, oh man. And it comes back the next day, and you're like, it's gonna follow me home anyway. It's like I've decided this is where my domicile is. That's how cats are. It's okay. You gotta love them. Is the sun's going down? Sun's going down. Do we need sunglasses? It's not bright at all. I know I keep saying this. It's just I have such bright eyes that like the light bothers them a lot. I get like really bad eye allergies. That's why I wear my shades all the time. Like bright light just does not get along with me. I like it. Yeah, I actually like well lit things. It just doesn't get along with my eyes. So again, getting some tacos. I wish I could show you guys the road. But like again, we're doing this vertical today instead of the horizontal setup. And so if I were to face it the other way, you guys would literally just be looking at like a mountain and like the sky. So that would really be very, very interesting. Not that it's that interesting staring at me, but I'll try to make a goofy face once in a while or something. Keep you all entertained. Maybe I'll throw my shirt over my head, laugh. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe, you know what I should do? I should get a really bad mic Yep. Not use the mic on my device. I should get a really bad mic to try to seem like professional, and then plug it in, but then constantly just have issues with it. Yeah, so as to not be professional. Yeah, and then I'll make it hum, and then when I have issues, I'll just complain to viewers in chat instead of fixing the issue. Oh man. And then we should sit in like the most boring room you've ever seen, with like no art, just a chair, no art, just plain freaking walls, and we're just gonna sit there, and when we think we're not being entertaining enough, we're gonna start going over super chats. Oh my god. It's it's so funny when somebody just doesn't know how to be a content creator, like to be a streamer. They just do nothing, kind of. Or like some people it's sad, but him, it's over? Yeah, it's over. Oh, I forgot my clickbait title, guys. Yeah, we needed a clickbait title if I was going to do that. My bad. We'll have to do that next time. No sleep. Can you think of a good, like, clickbait title for me? Like, just for fun. I don't normally do that, but we do it once in a while for fun. You guys remember the, I'm sure No Sleep remembers the Mountain Dew bottle. My real life friend, well, I think he said, he was like, he showed me his phone or something like that. It was like on trending or something. He showed me, he's like, what is this? Something like that. It was so funny. Something like that. He's like, no, but what is this? Oh man. I was like, I just like Mountain Dew that much. Yeah, we had fun with that thumbnail. No sleep got it. He got it. He came in. Have fun with that. Appreciate you. Yeah, nobody else said anything about it. I thought that was funny. We like to have a little bit of fun. A little crazy sometimes. As you guys know, well, maybe you don't, some of my favorite actors are physical comedians. Jim Carrey is actually my favorite, period. Will probably always be my favorite. But, I mean, need I say more, you know? A lot of the goofiness and crazy faces and stuff that I get just is inspiration from watching him and his movies when I was younger. Flat out, I would do exactly what he did. I remember one time I actually hit my head on the back of a chair really hard. Blood was going everywhere. I had to get like all these stitches. It was right here. Because I was pretending to be Jim Carrey and was throwing my body around. No lie. I'm not making that up. I really did that. Which is why I'm surprised I'm not like some physical comedian actor or something like that, you know? Because I really did do stuff like that for a laugh. And yeah, like that was like, I was doing the chit about, wow, we'll see ya. And then like, I just went to like throw my head down and I just like threw it down on the back of a chair like an idiot. And I went, see ya. Yeah, I went shit about a while, but then I went see ya. And blood was going everywhere. Went to the hospital. They were like, what the hell did you do? It was funny. And I was a teenager. Yeah, I was just a teenager when I did that. So I was pretty young. So that's the point, is like, I was making faces and doing funny stuff for a long time. So like, it was always clear to me that I was going to do something with it. I just, I never had the medium, honestly, if I'm being honest, before martial arts, I actually had a lot of stage fright too. Getting in front of a camera and being in front of people, it's a practice. If I didn't own martial arts school where I was running in front of people, doing martial arts in front of people, new people all the time. If I didn't have that experience, this would be a lot harder for me to do. To sit here in front of a camera and even talk to you guys, I'd be totally different. But I don't even care. It literally doesn't faze me. And a lot of that is just because I was a martial arts instructor for a long time. Anybody at any time could walk in that door. Jet Li could walk in the door. Like, I literally would think things like that. Well, what if Jackie Chan actually walks in the door? I better know my shit. Yeah, like, I better be at the top of my game. And that's why I always took it seriously. I really did. And, and that was the point, was, I needed to get over that stuff and be absolutely confident with myself. And a lot of that had to do with just making sure I was 100% confident with martial arts. And I was. That was the point, was I had to really accelerate my training, and that did it. Yeah, you will, honestly, the biggest motivational tool that I can give everybody out there is, if you want to be good at what you're doing, and you want to excel, and you want to go above and beyond, just practice, and then when you think you're still like the best and you think you're really good, practice some more. Don't stop practicing. That's the point. You can apply this to life. My instructor that taught me everything I knew about martial arts, he always said, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes a perfect technique. And he's absolutely right, but you can apply this with anything in life. You can. The idea just needs to be perfect. Don't go thinking that you can practice and be perfect. Your perfect practice makes you perfect. So if you're practicing incorrectly, you're learning bad habits. So just practice better. Be disciplined. Be better at what you're doing. And that can be applied to anything in life. And that's the best motivational speech I can give, is just, how to do what you're doing. Don't do it the easy way. Do it the hard way on purpose. I say one of my biggest influences in music, and probably my favorite artist, period, is Zakk Wylde. And a lot of the reason for that is because this guy intentionally made his entire style of playing and everything out of being extraordinarily technical, but then at the same time playing the classical stuff and playing like the southern chicken pick and stuff. Like, the idea was to be that guy that was so good, so well practiced, he could play literally anything, any way that he wanted, as fast and as long as he wanted to, and not have to worry about keeping up with anybody, or that was the whole point. You never wanted to have to worry about struggling at being good at this or that. And that's the way you want to be too in life in general. Anything that you do, you should be so good at it that you can say, this person is just dragging me down. I'm going to move on from this person and do better. You need to do better, coach that person, and that's the point, is that's why I always try to use him as the thing in my mind where that's the epitome of the person I know people don't like to idolize and stuff like that, with we talk about different religions accepting different things, and that's understandable, but it all just boils down to who you think did so well in life that they inspire you to be a better person. And that's what we're talking about with this. So in that sense, we want to definitely be inspired by these folks that are geniuses in their trade and just do what they do so well. You don't have to look at the other things, even if they're Zakk Wylde's the epitome of an exceptional human being, but not everybody is, and then they still are extremely good at things that they do. So you can still extrapolate from people how to be extremely skilled at certain things in your life, and learn from people, even you know, some of the, you know, some of the most evil people that you think aren't necessarily worth learning from. You'd be surprised. You can learn something from them too. You know, obviously don't adapt to their bad habits, but you know, like that's the point. You know, you've got to be smart and adapt the habits that you should. So I gotta be honest with you guys. Go to the bathroom. I was planning on using the drive-through, but I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll just go in. Where is this? Oh, I gotta go across. That's right. We gotta go across for this one. I'll probably come out and just go to the drive-thru with you guys. I just hope they have a bathroom I can use. I'll be back. I'll be back. Power of love is a curious thing. I'll make a one man weep and make another man sing. Change your heart to a little white dove. More than a feeling, it's the power of love. It's my favorite song. Wish I could sing like Huey Lewis though. Don't need money, don't take fame, don't need your credit card to ride this train. Alright, we're getting tacos. I'm behind like one of the biggest freaking pickup trucks I've ever seen. And it's being driven by a young female. It's funny. Yeah, you know, usually a picture of this guy with a beard, you know. And then you look at you look up and you just see it in the mirror, it's just a female. It's like, that's pretty funny. We're gonna eat some tacos. We're gonna eat some tacos. I want tacos. What do we got here? Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what? Is it open? No, it's not open. There's a Popeye's chicken. I didn't even see that. It's not open. I don't think they're open yet. It's new. That's crazy.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Can I just get 2 regular Dorito tacos?
Of course, anything else for you?
That's everything.
Any sauces?
No.
Alright, your total comes out to $6.13 off the window.
Thank you. Dude, Popeye's chicken is the shiznick. What does that mean? Please somebody tell me what that means. Nobody knows what it means. Don't even pretend like you know what it means. It doesn't mean anything. Everybody, like, look, everybody, people heard that from Little Nicky. Yeah, they said it in Little Nicky. It was really funny for some reason, and then everybody had to say it after that. Yeah, go watch the movie Little Nicky, and then tell me it didn't come from there. Oh man, we're gonna turn this so we don't make them nervous. I don't like making people nervous. Hi. 613. 7. Do not accept 50s or 100s. Oh man. That happened to me one time. I did in fact one time want to pay with 100, but I think I got like $50 worth of
87 cents is your change.
All right.
Here's your order.
Thank you. Dude. Always look that way when you're going. Always. I swear to God, one of these days, if you do not look that way when you're coming out of a drive-thru, some asshole is going to come and slam into you. I swear to God it's going to happen. I swear. I'm just warning you. People come flying around there. Now, what happened there was I had a stop sign and started to go. And then he stopped and let me go. That's actually what happened there. I was letting him go, but he waved me off. So. But yeah, I promise, like, people just come flying through there. Because, they're mad, they missed the thing or something. Like, who knows what they do. Hold on. I want to look at this. Would you look at that? How do I get in there? It's a Popeye's chicken. That makes me happy. You guys see it? It's pretty much done. I'm just gonna go up this way. I'm not gonna sit in one of these.
Yeah, everything's in there. Kitchen's done. They're ready to open. Yeah, they're ready to open. Everything's done. I've helped open fast food restaurants before. Everything's done. The board's lit up. Drive-through board is actually lit. There's a menu on there. Everything in the kitchen's ready to go. I actually saw real stock too, like paper cups and stuff. Like, if you know what to look for, they're ready to go. They're open in like probably a week or so. Guarantee it. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna eat. Where do you guys want to hang out and eat? There's a little lot here. There's a little lot here. Turn the light on. Okay, so here's what my taco looks like. I like that. Mostly lettuce. We'll just pull about half of that off. There we go. That's appropriate amount of lettuce. There we go. That's why it's broken too, because they don't know they're putting too much lettuce in. So the reason this breaks apart like this is because they put too much. They put more than the amount that they're supposed to. I don't even have to work it, like, as I just know how the ingredients work. There's too much water in lettuce. So if you put too much in a taco shell, the taco shell starts to absorb the water and just becomes soggy and breaks apart. You're messing with the integrity of the taco. Look at the entire thing. So, like, this is what we're talking about. Like, it's like I can't even eat this thing really half the time. I mean, I'm gonna, but you guys saw it happen. Yeah, flavors are good. Overall execution's about the same as fast food normally is, because, again, we have the issue where employees are paid what they're paid, and so they're just mindlessly they don't care. I had to, like, really ingrain it in people to put the correct amount of lettuce on a certain sandwich that I will not mention. Yeah. You guys know how a certain sandwich is layered, has a little bun in the middle, a certain type of sauce, and it has lettuce? They are supposed to put a very specific amount of lettuce on that. And that's why when you get it and the thing is full of lettuce, that's why, because, like, it really is a very small amount that you need on there. And just so you know, the patties that are on there, it's like it's a McDouble. The Cool Ranch tacos were fire. Yeah, you can still get them. I just like these. You can still get them. I like those too, once in a while. You just have to tell them Cool Ranch. So I got regular Dorito tacos. Standard is nacho. If you don't say Cool Ranch, they'll just give you Dorito nacho. Just a Dorito. You have to say Cool Ranch. So if you say it,
We should have them. But you can also get Supreme. You get Supreme, it's tomatoes and sour cream, I think, in addition to your lettuce and cheese. That's a pile of nonsense. They're like Doritos, pretty much. I like this. I like that this is going in here. We're going to have to make a day of it one day. We'll come back and go through the whole thing. Because we got Arby's, we got Dunkin' Donuts, we got Sonic, Popeyes, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Domino's. You got Starbucks, Subway's down there. There's everything. There's a lot of stuff. You guys know why all this stuff's here now, right? There's one reason. I've done this before. I made a point before. We're not gonna like physically drive around and make a point again. I've done it before. But for some of you that were here for the stream, you know, they put a casino down the road. Right off that turnpike. That's why. And it's big. It is huge. And I drove over there. I remember I was in the stream. Somebody's like, "Is that the casino?" Yeah. Huge. It's a Hollywood casino. So it's a chain. Yeah, it's big. That's why all this stuff's here. That's okay. I just hope that the local businesses can keep up with the competition. I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. The funny thing is, because of, you know, the heritage of, you know, Amish and Mennonite and stuff in this area, you know, how integral it is in really American history. We actually, honestly, the area, the local businesses, a lot of times don't struggle as long as they're doing food and doing it right. Because food in this area, top notch. Yeah, that's why, like, when I cook my steak, that looks so good and stuff. Yeah, because I just get that, you know. A lot of celebrities and stuff vacation in this area, like privately under like different names and stuff. Because this area has a lot of that type of thing, where it's like world-renowned restaurants and stuff like that. It's, you know, like there's a lot of in between. Takes so long to get from town to town. So essentially, if you're a celebrity and somebody finds out about you, there's a lot of in between where you can leave, go somewhere else, and by the time the crowd gets there, you're gone. I remember that years ago this actually happened with Lady Gaga. She was actually dating he was an actor in a local play, I guess, play, musical or whatever, and she actually bought a house in the area, and she was in the area a lot because she was dating him. And she would show up on the radar once in a while, and everyone's like, "Oh, Lady Gaga's at Park City," you know? And then by the time you get there, she's gone. Of course, she wasn't there to hang out and sign autographs. Somebody saw her, and she had to. This is what happens when you're a celebrity, you know? And she's got to be trying to. She's be nice, and meanwhile, she's probably just trying to enjoy her day off, and she gets bombarded by a bunch of people. Please sign my autograph. I can't say that I wouldn't, obviously enjoy the support and stuff like that, but you obviously got to respect the other side of it, where sometimes, depending on who the celebrity is, just the amount of exposure that they get is just a little bit overwhelming at times. Like Tom Holland, you gotta respect him. Like, leave that poor guy alone. Like, just please leave that poor guy alone. Like, there's so many people that invade that poor guy's space because he's, like, attractive and he's nice about it. And just leave the poor guy alone. That's the problem. That's why the actors get the certain way and then they get the bad rep, because they're caught being a certain way to press or whatever. Well, really what it is the press was being a jerk in the first place, and you don't see that part. You just see the part where the press cut up the clip and put it on the, come on. It's like, I always respect when I see a random clip. It's like, this is how you know how a celebrity actually is. Remember? I don't know if anybody saw this. This was great. It's very telling, too. The other day, I saw a random clip. Literally, the dude's sitting there on his bike. I think it was his bike. Was it his bike? Might have been a truck or something. I don't know. He was just sitting there. It was his vehicle, anyway. And he was sitting there, and no lie, Shia LaBeouf rolls up next to him in his truck. And, like, he's streaming. So, like, he just rolls up, and then on stream, Shia LaBeouf is just sitting there on his, like, obviously you're going viral. So that's good. And then, so, like, he's sitting there, and he just, like, I guess he does a double take, and then Shia is just sitting there, like, eyeing up his vehicle, like, nice, And that, like, that was the whole point. Well, he was complimenting on his vehicle, and he just drove away. It was a very happy, very positive, very quick exchange. No gimme, none of that. Just very positive, cool exchange back and forth. That's what it should be. Yeah, that's what it should be. Oh, man. And then they wonder why certain celebrities don't want to sign anything. So, you guys know how, like, there's this huge rumor going around about Dave Grohl wouldn't sign autographs anymore or something like that. Completely wrong. It's false. It's wrong. Don't ever believe that. That is so disgusting and messed up that they would actually take it to that route. Heed my words and listen carefully. Dave Grohl did not, and I repeat, did not say he was not going to sign autographs. People bombarded him and are constantly bombarding him, trying to get him to sign stuff, asking all about Taylor, trying to get him to sign all this stuff, all about Taylor this, Taylor that. Ever since that man passed away now, like the whole point is Dave's pretty much checked out, I think. Like, he's pretty much done everything he wanted to do. Taylor was, like, his best friend in the whole world. So was Kurt Cobain. Leave this guy alone. He didn't say he didn't want to sign autographs. What he said was that everybody's turning around and reselling these immediately when he signs them. That's what he said. So he's only signing for charity now. That's what he said. He didn't say anything about not signing autographs. He said he's going to sign for charity only. Which means from now on, if you have a Dave Grohl signature, it's only going to go up in value. Hold the hell on to that. Yeah, stop turning around and just trying to sell this stuff on for a quick dollar or something. That's so messed up. You're not a fan. Yeah, I still have Zakk Wylde's signature. I didn't go online to see how much it was worth. I want that. That's important to me. Yeah, like, this is the point. They're not getting the point. The artist doesn't want to hear that you're turning around to sell it. They want to hear that his signature is important to you. You wanted it. You want to look at it. You want to show it to your friends. You want to feel good about it. That's what it's for. It's for you. People miss the point anymore. That's why he said what he said, and he didn't say he wasn't going to sign anything. I'm just like so sick and tired of how completely ignorant, you know, most people are about things. They just hear like something, just believe it, you know. Anyway, I think I had enough taco to eat. Love Dave Grohl. Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. Keep you in the dark, and so it all began. You gotta love The Pretender. What if I said I'm not like the others? When that song came out, everybody's head flew off from headbanging too hard. Yep, that's what happened when that song came out. Look at this thing, like it's not even staying together. Like the earth shattered, the earth moved, the earth boomed when that song. Like everybody freaked over that song. It was so good. The video was so good. That was when, you know, they were the biggest band in the world for a while. And then I felt really bad because he went and did the biggest show of their career, Wembley, for the first time. And then he went and like threw out his voice right before the show. And you can just tell. Like the whole concert, he's like squealing and stuff. I felt so bad. I was watching. I was like, everybody is never going to let him live this down. But at the same time, it's classic Dave Grohl fashion. Yeah. He doesn't need to be the best singer in the world. He's Dave Grohl. We love his music. He's such a good songwriter. And he's Dave Grohl. Anybody that's too young to know, Dave Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana. Literally the drummer for Nirvana, the original. Anybody that's too young to know. And he drummed for many bands. That's where he started. And when Kurt died, he practiced very hard to learn guitar and sing and stuff. He practiced very hard. He almost gave up, he said. But then he got it. And he's good, too. He's actually a good guitar player. I think he's good. He doesn't give himself enough credit. He is good. You know who actually impresses me, who's a good guitar player that doesn't get enough credit as a guitar player? Billy Joe Armstrong. That guy put together like entire albums of progressive rock where he's just soloing through half the song and pulled it off and ended up selling like, you know, top selling album record, like breaking records for selling albums and stuff like that on those albums that he did that with. He doesn't get enough credit. Because we all know, like, yeah, he has a unique sound to his voice. We all like that Billy Joe sound, but you're not listening to it for that. Yeah, it's this. Yeah, that's why you're listening to Green Day for this. You know, that's why you're listening to Green Day. And he doesn't get enough credit. He's a really good guitar player.
What's interesting about him? I can't even eat those. Look at this. It's just Doritos now. What's interesting about him is if you watch him play, he has a very strange picking pattern. It's actually that very traditional punk picking pattern where it is. It's so funny, like that he actually comes from those roots. When he's picking, if let's say it's like all right, for example, Metallica, they downpick like everything. So you're gonna see the hand change tempo and move at different speeds when they're picking. You know, you're gonna see that. So, but when Billy Joe picks, his picking pattern, he literally just does this. His hand does the same thing, but he's moving it forward away from the strings to not pick during those segments. So this guy learned how to pick like a drummer. Like I don't even understand how you would do, like, it doesn't calculate for me. Like I couldn't learn that way. If you watch him very carefully, there's times where he's playing and his right hand that's picking is doing just exactly the same up and down movement it has been doing. Yet he's playing the song. And it's just how he plays. I thought that was so cool. Because I went and then looked it up and watched him actually play like that. And I was like looking really carefully. Yeah. He actually just plays like that. I was like blown away. I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's so weird. I've never seen that. And then I started researching it and looking like later. Yeah, it's just it's sort of like with drummers where they used to play. Now it's overhand. Traditional was where you would hold the drumstick underhand like this. Used to be like lots of jazz players and stuff that would play like that, but you can't. It's not loud enough anymore. You flip it around because you hit like this to be heard. This isn't loud enough anymore. Like blues and stuff, you just can't do it anymore. Well, blues, it was one hand over and one under. With jazz, like you could flat out you'd see a lot of guys doing two underhand, but it's not loud enough. So you do the full overhand, and if you're a drummer, you can probably do that. But these days, it's just like that. That's exactly what it's like. It's like seeing somebody do it the old school hard way on purpose just because they can. I think that's cool that he learned that one. He's kept up with it. I'm done with this. Yeah, like I'm not gonna eat those falling apart shit tacos. Yeah, Billy Joe doesn't get enough credit. This man's a genius with music. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? All at once. Was that too high? All at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools. Neurotic to the bone. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Another turning point, the fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist and directs you where to go. And so make the best of this task and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. And
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. And I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos, memories, dead skin on trial. And for what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Alright, dude. Light's been green for several seconds. I hope you had the time of your life. I forget what key that's in. I'm probably singing that in the wrong key. I don't remember. Is it right here? 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 I don't know. Is it right here? Who knows? Who knows if it's right here? Does anybody know? Is it right here? I don't know. Doom, doom, doom. I'm trying to think of the first note. Do, 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 do. Sounds about like that, right? Do. I know he has a little F word in there in the beginning by accident. They didn't cut it out on purpose. Did you know that? He like messed up and he goes. They didn't cut it out. That's why in the beginning he plays it. He's like doom ba doo doo, doom ba doo doo, doom ba doo doo doo, doom ba doo. That's why. It's just a little messed up. And he's like, fuck. They just didn't cut it. Another turning point and the fork stuck in the road. The time grabs you by the wrist and directs you where to go. So make the best of this task and don't ask why. I think it's there. I think that's where it is. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. I think it's about there. I don't know. It's something unpredictable. In the end, it's right. It's right. Yeah, like it. The way he does his vocal style is really weird. He throws his voice just like way up there. It's it's actually really unique how he does it. But it requires a lot of like sudden so you have to like tighten your throat and then just suddenly open it. That's why like you notice like with people that do that style, their head kind of jerks around. It's actually why. That's exactly why. Adam Levine, perfect example. You notice how he jerks his head around and stuff? He does that because he's tightening his throat so much to get that perfect pitch. He's just that good. Yeah, it's calculated. And he's throwing his head around to angle his throat. He's that good. Yeah. People don't give him enough credit either. That guy could sing anything he wants. Yeah, don't make fun of Maroon 5, man. It's such a good band. I mean, I'll admit that, like, we all didn't want to see him take his stupid shirt off during the Super Bowl and start acting weird. Like, none of us wanted to see that. Yeah, I don't know why he did that, but, like, I love him as a vocalist. He's a phenomenal vocalist. You guys should check out... The Voice did a cover back when he was a judge. The Voice did a cover of Dream On, and they did it live, and it was it was when Adam was with them, and they all did it live, and oh my God, if there was a single doubt that man could sing, watch that. You won't doubt it anymore. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm serious. Go watch it. Draymond, The Voice live. Is Adam, Miley Cyrus, Blake was there too. Oh yeah, he did the high part. Yup. Yup, Adam did it. Yep, it was Adam. Because you know Miley, she doesn't sing the high stuff. Yeah, it was Adam. Oh my god, that guy is so good. That was a great cover. I loved that. I'm hurting, babe. I'm broken down. I need you loving, I need it now. And when I'm without you, I'm something weak. You've got me begging, I'm on my knees, yeah. You guys gotta listen to Sugar. That was a little off key. It was only a little bit. Sugar! You gotta really throw it up there. It's a bad falsetto, it's not the greatest. Need absolutely zero phlegm with a falsetto. That's my problem. I have so much phlegm these days, and I can't get rid of it. With a falsetto, if you have any phlegm, it's just gonna throw it way up. So I just swallow and hope for the best these days. Sometimes it comes out just fine. Sugar. Yeah, like it's pretty much that's it. That's all you're gonna get. Yes, please. Yeah, that's all you're getting. I want that red velvet, I want that sugar sweet. I want nobody touching us, that somebody's me. I gotta be a man, there ain't no other way. It's going hotter than a Southern California day. Don't wanna play no games, ain't gotta be afraid. Don't give me all that shy shit, no makeup on, that's my sugar. Yes, please. That's so off key. Yeah, like it's so bad. The fact that he can sing in that freaking key, it's so impressive, dude. Yeah, I don't even care how bad my falsetto is. It's like off. It's just slightly off. I'm actually just slightly flat. Yeah, I'll just flat out admit to it. It needs to be like slightly. It's sugar. Yeah, it's right there, but it sucks. And I can't. I just, like I said, it's a nasal thing. It's a phlegm thing. I don't have. I have to get it unblocked. I told you guys, I gotta work on the throat. I gotta work on getting it all unblocked. The summer's gonna help with that. Yeah, the summer's just gonna dilate everything and help with it a lot more. But like even right now, like my nose is clogged a little bit, and I can't breathe properly. So like I just can't even push air properly. If I could push air properly, it'd be easy as hell. I remember black skies, the lightning all around me. I remembered each flash as time began to burn. Like the startling sign, the fate had finally found me. And your voice was all I heard. Did I get what I deserve? It's the sort of thing where if I can clear my nasal passage, it's just gonna come right out. It's okay. That's my favorite one. New Divide. Anybody have a favorite Linkin Park song? Favorite LP song? I also like Forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame and put your name to shame, cover up your face. You can't run the race, the pace is too fast, you just won't last. You love the things I say. I hurt myself again just to get back at you. You take away if I give in, and then you gotta scream it. My life, my pride is broken. And then, you know, you like to think you like to think you'll never know. That one's a good one. You want someone to hurt like you. It was just a little bit, that was more of a yell than a sing. I wasn't really doing that right. Again, if I could blow my nose, it would probably help. I can't. You want to share what you've been through. You see this guy just passed me here? Just passed me. Totally just passed me. You want to share what you've been through. How about, Lincoln Park has so many good ones. How about, I'm trying to think of how it starts. Something inside me that flows beneath the surface, consuming, confusing. This lack of self-control, fear is never-ending, controlling. I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in, and I felt this way before. So insecure. I don't want to. I probably already blasted your ears earlier, guys, so I don't want to, like. I either have to do it or not do it. I can't. Yeah, like if I do that, it's gonna be loud. I gotta push the air. I gotta either do it or not do it. It's sort of like, well, it's sort of like what I just talked about, you know, with doing the falsetto. Like, the falsetto, it's similar, but less air, so you're closing the throat more. With this one, you know, obviously it's the sort of thing where you have to suddenly open your throat all the way. So it's not always the, what happens is you throw it out a lot, and you have to do it right. So if I don't do it right, and I won't right now because my nose is closed. That's the problem, is you need the air to go out your nose. That's why a lot of people will throw their chin out. You know, they arch their chin out. It helps you get full control. We could do. Hold on, let me just see if I can blow my nose here. That's the price to pay. Leave behind your heartache, cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you stand on the edge, face up, 'cause you're natural. A beating heart of stone. You've gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural. Living your life cutthroat. You've gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural. You're a fucking natural. Was that out of key? I can't tell. I like that song. Who doesn't like that song? I love Imagine Dragons just in general. But it's a good one. I like Third Eye Blind too. It's a nice older band. I like Jimmy Eat World. Like if we're talking alternative, Jimmy Eat World is really good. I know it's pretty dark. Sorry. But yeah. That's the price to pay. Leave behind your heartache, cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. It's not terrible, but normally I can get that tone just like his. I think my nose is just I don't know if I'm getting sick because it's springtime or something, but like as soon as I do that, I feel my nose just filling up, almost like I got a cold or something. So that is possible. It could be just that allergies are gonna prevent me from. Like literally, like as soon as I do that, my nose, like I can't even breathe again. I gotta blow my nose again. And so that's a problem. Yeah, because when you're doing that and you're pushing a lot of air, you gotta be able to obviously breathe. So that becomes the issue. And then essentially what happens is you have to be able to hear yourself. So I have sort of like this internal like thing where I know where my pitch is, but it throws it way off if like I can't push air out my nose. I sound totally different. It's almost like muffled in my own head, sort of. And I'm like constantly adjusting. That's what that is. That's the price to pay. Leave behind your heartache, cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge face up 'cause you're a natural. A bit out of stone. You've gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural, a beating heart of stone. I just repeated the same lyric. Yeah, you're a natural. Yeah, I don't know what it is the second time around. It's not terrible, but it's like I could do it properly if I could breathe properly. Part of the problem is I'm pushing too much air to do it because of the issue, because of my throat not opening up enough. So then it just fills up your nose. You get allergies, chunkiness, phlegm. I think a lot of metal vocalists, that's sort of why they gravitated out of it. Like they might have started like singing very technically and then gravitated towards the chunky stuff and the heavier stuff because like they sort of kind of do that same thing. They start off a certain way, don't really know how to properly sing, do it wrong for X amount of time, throw their voices out, and then learn later they were doing it wrong. I think, what was it, Dave Draymond? Didn't he admit to doing this or something like that? I'm pretty sure. And so It's the sort of thing where like, and he even got, I think he got throat surgery actually to correct it, recorrect it. And there's only so many times you can do it. So like, that's the point, is like, there is a way not to do it. The funny thing is, very few people can do it right and do it in such a way where like, it doesn't like throw your voice out. Now Chester was, what the funny thing is, Chester Bennington was one of those people. Now I think he did throw his voice out a few times, but he did it right. So like, that's the point, is like, he had such a throat and a way of doing it. And I know that because I used to be able to do it the same way until I had a lot of the issues that we talked about. Essentially, a lot of it has to do with just filling your lungs and getting to that point of explosion with the air. So I've given, you know, like it's literally just, I've given, you know, like it's literally, he's building, and then like he like brings it down and then just explodes. And like, so that's the point. He's filling his lungs with that air, and he does it right. But you know, like, that's the point. If you notice, he even arches his head up. That's the point. He's opening that throat, getting that air out. He's doing it right, exactly right. And you know, I used to do that, but then I threw my voice out doing it. And because like, I remember thinking, man, this sounds so good, so I'm gonna like keep practicing and getting good at this. Nope. You should reserve it. Yep. Don't do, if you're good at it, don't do it very little. Reserve it. Yep. Because you'll throw it out and you'll never be able to do it again. One of the last times I was able to sing, I think, in my opinion, pretty well, very technically well, like I said, was that vocal cover that I threw on the channel that you guys saw me do of Best of You of Foo Fighters. And if you guys watch that, you'll probably know why it got to the point that it got to with me, because I sang that whole thing and gave it my all. I really did. I put a lot of emotion into that, and at the time, like, maybe had some stuff going on. I think I was upset and stuff, so I was really putting a lot into it. And I think I actually sang it a little bit higher than him the whole time too. Not like incorrectly higher. I actually sang it correctly higher. That's what's funny, is so like at the time I was good enough where I could just do that, raise or lower it for the octave level, and that's what I did. I accidentally sang it even higher than he did, and then proceeded to do all the yelling and shouting parts, like with all the feeling, all the air, all the emotion, and I really, really threw out my voice. So it doesn't sound like it used to, but we'll get back. And like I said, the closer we get to the summertime, the clearness comes back. A lot of it just has to do with the fact that, like I've talked about this before too, guys, but this is like, I don't really like to talk about it a lot, but you know, like if you have broken teeth, when your tongue's moving around and they're touching the, you know, like you're just getting saliva, you're getting phlegm, it's going down your throat, it affects all of it. And one of those things that you know, if you're a good vocalist, you have really good dental hygiene. It's not that I don't, it's just that, like, it's one thing after another, you know, like everything's, it costs an arm and a leg, not dental, you know. So like it's just one thing after another. You need all these things taken care of, and it just keeps getting piled up, and we get further from it, and there's another thing that I got to get taken care of. So that, it has a lot to do with that. It has a lot to do with the fact that you know, ever since like it might be like 15 years ago or so, when my permanent crowns actually just fell out, and then that was the end of it. That was it. Like once that happened, like that tooth just broke apart, and like it just made, like, just made everything worse after that. And yeah, so yeah, it has a lot to do with the fact that
I just for some reason had a permanent crown break off, and all that just led to eventually one by one some of the healthier teeth were starting to be attacked, and I was losing them and stuff. It's not fun. And you know, when I was younger, I used to be able to sing a lot higher. Still, like, I'm just singing pretty high now, actually, but it was actually a lot higher when I was younger. And you know, like the phlegm and everything in your throat, it even just lowers it even more. So like, if I cleared my throat and got my throat like really clear of phlegm and stuff, probably wouldn't last long. That's why, like, sometimes when I'm talking and I really clear my throat, it's a clear day, it's a nice day or something like that, good mood, everything's relaxed, and my voice might sound higher because it actually is. So that's the point. Is a lot of this just has to do with the throat thing. I actually sound really nerdy and nasally because of that. I didn't even sound like that until more recently. Flat out, I always had this sort of I can kind of make it sound like that now. I have to like really try. My voice always kind of sounded like this. If you heard me years ago, it sounded like this, but if you could imagine, just louder. If I start to talk loud, you can actually just hear it. It's just phlegm that you're hearing. That's literally why you're hearing that. It's phlegm. So, that's why I have to clear my throat a lot. That's why I cough a lot. It's phlegm. It's the teeth thing. It's the I can't get it done. I have nothing to get done with. So, you know, we have some good days. We'll get some covers done. I've been wanting to get some covers done. I realized I need to sing along to a metronome. When I'm singing in some of these shorts, I watch it back later and I know that it would benefit for me having a metronome. I know that, like, there's the 2 shorts I did for Remember where I sang the partial cover. I know it was out of time from like the normal song. I realized that, but realize I'm just singing by myself with no music. So like without a drummer or the music playing, it is sort of kind of hard to keep time a little bit. So singing along with a metronome could actually help, but yeah, I mean, that is what it that is what it is. If I'm singing out without music, you know, you're just gonna get what you get. I try my best with that stuff, but even professional vocals, that's the point. You need a drummer, you know. That's the point of the band, you know. Even they'll sit there with a piano or a metronome or something, you know, just to keep time, or tap their foot, you know. That's what I always used to do in chorus. Sensation washes over me, I can't describe it. You know, like we just tap our foot, you know, so that you don't get too ahead or too behind. Can't describe it, pain I felt. So that way you start at the correct, because it has more to do with not knowing where to start the next line. When you finish a line, starting the next one. There's a break in there, a slight break, a rest. Yeah. So, I obviously don't have any real good vocal mics, so I'll just have to do it. Honestly, I'm a lot of this has to do with acoustics. I'll stand there and sing a real good cover of something where the acoustics are really good. I'm like, man, this sounds good. And then I'll go to film it where I can film it, where I have like space to film it, and it's not nearly as good. And so I just really need to figure out a spot that I can get where the acoustics are actually decent, because that has a lot to do with what you're hearing. You know, if the sound that you're hearing is being absorbed by the room instead of echoed by the room, you're not hearing it properly. Things are being absorbed. You're not hearing the sound. And some areas, some things just have better acoustics than others.
That's why, like, a lot of times when I see a band or something, I love going to like outdoor shows or something like that because it echoes really nicely. A lot of this actually has to do with Blacktop and McAdam. I wonder if the bands know that. But it has to do with Blacktop and McAdam and not necessarily the openness. And how sound bounces off that and the crowd, but also if you guys have ever gone to a ballroom. So I saw Black Label Society at Hammerstein Ballroom in Manhattan, New York, and it was one of the best. Like sound wise, it was so phenomenal. I saw Clutch too. Clutch opened for them. It was Children of Bodom, Clutch, and Black Label Society, and it was so good. It was such a good show. Clutch was phenomenal too, but the acoustics were outstanding. It was just something else, and it was just the fact that it was a ballroom. So, you know, it's that oval sort of circular shape, and the acoustics are in there just really good. They just work so well for that type of thing. So anyway, guys. Oh, right. Anyway. I got stuff to do. Bubbles. We got bubbles. I got stuff to do. Oops, 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 oops. Oops, oops. I appreciate all you guys, you know, showing up for the stream today. I at least just wanted to update you guys, maybe talk a little bit, give you guys a bit of a stream. And entertain you for a bit. And you know, like I said, it was more like, you know, about channel updates, telling you guys where we're going with the gaming and stuff like that. But you guys know I like to talk and entertain. Oops, 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 oops. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. There we go. Is that a better? That's a better one for low light. That's better for low light. So anyway, I better get going. I think it's time. Guys. And I do appreciate everybody being here. Everybody that came in for this stream. I have to do some things. I know we didn't normally like do a normal stream today. That's because I wanted to resist getting on there and then starting a game and then sitting there and grinding out a ton of achievements because I want to. I have some stuff to do. True story. I have some real life stuff to do. So I gotta get some stuff done. But back to normal streaming soon. And as you guys know, we already did the channel updates earlier. We talked about all kinds of stuff that we're going to be playing. And we have played and will continue playing. And the only other thing I think I didn't mention was just that we are going to set aside some time for Final Fantasy. As I've stated before, RPGs are my favorite. I definitely love the Final Fantasy games. They're up there. And we're going to set aside some time to play my favorite one, as well as some other ones. We started 10 on the channel and never really kept going with it. So you guys could go watch that anytime if you want. I mean, I've beaten 10 enough times, you know, but it was just fun to play a little bit and on the stream and you know, just show you guys how well that stuff runs on Steam and looks and everything. I played when Final Fantasy VII was first coming out. everybody's playing that on console. I actually played it on PC. Same with 8. And so for me, I just sort of grew up like I had it on console too. Just like I had Metal Gear Solid, you know, and we had to swap discs for that game too. That game had several discs too. But there was nothing like playing it on the PC, and it's really cool to play like the remastered versions and get the achievements and stuff on that Steam has to offer. But anyway, I really appreciate all the interest in the Hogwarts Legacy streams. Thank you so much, guys, for being so supportive of that and for backing me up. You know, no, for those of you that are, you know, the real gamers out there that know that I'm just here trying to help things. You know, I'm not trashing games for real. You know, anytime I say like this game's trash or this is trash or something, you guys, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, I really appreciate you supporting me. You get that I'm not calling the whole game trash because I've stated this before. I don't like that. You get that I'm saying that because I'm sort of kind of making fun of those who do that. You know, like that's the point. But also the point is if I'm not saying it, they're going to. So that like it's sort of kind of like the analogy, like, oh, it's trash. Well, that's what this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy are gonna say. So that's why I say it. But realize I'm saying it after playing it 100 hours and actually continuing to play it and giving you chance after chance after chance to fix it. These other guys, they won't even play it half the time. They'll listen to this other guy say that it was bad and then trash it. You know, like that. That's what a lot of these guys do, and with me, you won't get that. I'll actually play something and decide myself. You guys have seen that firsthand. I took a lot of flack. I took a lot of flack for my response to Jedi Survivor. I did. But I was not going to let up because so many other games that we played ran just fine, and there was people coming out of nowhere to just be like, oh, it's your system, oh, it's this, it's that. Everybody was trying, you know, it was so obvious the game wasn't ready because you had these people just coming out of nowhere to just try to say it was that, you know. And then you know, we proved it, you know, like with other games that like were looking really good and coming out that were new too, and we were playing and not having those issues. And then some of the people with the 4 series cards, the new cards, were still having the issues, so that was proving it too. And then we went back to it way later, and we still had the same exact performance issues, but now they fixed some of the other things and claimed that it was supposed to work better on the 3 series cards, and it should just work just fine, and we still had the same issues. And then also I complained. I also was just very hard on them about the sense that they just did too much. You know, like I flat out told you guys I loved Fallen Order. I loved how massive the game was. It really was the first Star Wars game, in my opinion, that felt like the correct Jedi path. It felt like the correct way to approach a Star Wars game from a Jedi standpoint. You know, we're not Luke Skywalker. We're not following a predetermined story already. This is new. We are involved in open world. We have things to collect. We have this new type of force power we hadn't really seen much of quite yet. We saw it a bit in the books, but not really in, you know, on the screen quite yet. And Cal has this really cool ability, right? And you know, we saw it with Rey in some of the newer movies too, but that was the whole point, was it was still new to a lot of us that hadn't seen it on the screen yet. So it was cool to adapt that for the game, and Fallen Order was like perfect. And then so essentially the game developers did exactly what I keep saying that they need to stop doing. They tried to do too much. And then, you know, like we get to that part in the map where we have the stupid gliders, and the gliders are programmed so poorly they can't even follow their own mechanics. You know, like essentially you're supposed to go over the little things that push you up in the air, but the mechanic is so bad, you're just like falling and going the wrong way. And we turned Jedi Survivor into Mario. Yeah, like we like I get that it's a platformer to a point. It's like it's supposed to be kind of Dark Soulsy and stuff like that, but we turned it into Mario. And I gave them a hard time for that. Like that this is not Jedi Mario Survivor. This is not Star Wars Mario Survivor. This is Jedi Survivor, the follow-up to Fallen Order that I loved so much. And now I don't even want to play it just because I have this really dumb mechanic where there's a puzzle over there I really don't want to figure out either. But I have to figure that puzzle out too before I can move on with the game and the story and the really cool stuff I want to do, like swinging my lightsaber and doing the cool dual wielding and all that stuff that I really want to do. Yeah, I had the mullet and I had the freaking cool jacket. I was like decked out and everything. Then we get to that part in the game. Performance issues out the ass. The map is just already really massive to the point that it feels like, when are we ever going to finish all this? Then we get on the ship and all the performance issues are supposedly fixed. And we use the holo map, and the holo map's like 2 frames a second still. Meanwhile, the rest of the game's fine. So literally, like, we can't even use the holo map. It's so bad. So I can't travel anywhere. Like, it was so bad. And it kept being that way. And I love Fallen Order. I think I have almost all the achievements. I completed that. I New Game Plus that, and then completed it on stream. I've beaten that game on stream twice. And I did it right before Survivor came out. Yeah. And no problem. Game mechanics were great. Yeah, I like plenty of times I was playing that game and I got mad at it because I sucked at this or that. And I was like, it's not the game, it's literally just me. I'm sucking today. And the game worked great. Yeah, there were some things to complain about. But the things I complained about in Fallen Order, they made worse in Survivor. You know, the map, in my opinion, they should have done away with that stupid map and put a real map in the game. All they did was copy and paste the map from Fallen Order, but make it a little bit better, a little bit easier to see. You shouldn't. The map was terrible. We all hated the map. It was like the one thing that didn't make that game a 10 out of 10. The map, you had to stare at that. Oh my god. You had to stare at the map for like half an hour sometimes. Like you're like looking at this thing, turning it around, like. And so, like, that was the point, was it needed to be better. And all they did was highlight things better. Like, essentially, it's the same map, but just it was filled in better. And then remember, guys, I talked about how I didn't like the fact that when we went back through the game, now, as much as I love Fallen Order, some of the, like, the first, you guys remember the first temple we went to with, like, the ball puzzles and stuff like that raised the platforms underneath the ground? That area was really cool. The temple was way too tedious and annoying. I loved a lot of the stuff in the temple. I loved the temple itself. But when you, like, the first puzzle is great. But when you come back through that second time around, it's really tedious. And, like there's something happens that makes it really, really hard and annoying to traverse to get back out. And you've already been there. Yeah, previously. And now you're getting out a second time. And you have to come back to this place a whole bunch of times throughout the game. And I talked about how, like, Fallen Order, like, really took heat for that. I think a lot of people got really annoyed at, like, that first temple area and maybe just kind of got frustrated with it, didn't want to play it, thought it was a really hard game, so called it a Souls-like game and stuff like that. It's not even close to being as hard as Souls, in my opinion. Yeah, I think the game's actually pretty straightforward. It's just that one first area you go to just seems like really difficult to traverse and get out of, and puzzles are kind of more hard than other parts of the game. And they did this in Survivor so poorly. That open world, remember the giant dinosaur? Like, you're on the map, all you see is the giant dinosaur. You want to get to the giant dinosaur the whole time you're playing it, but you can't get to the giant dinosaur because you got to do this, 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 you got to do this. Meanwhile, there's this giant dinosaur, and you want to see what the hell's going on with this giant dinosaur. And this whole time, the game is throwing at you the fact that there's this giant dinosaur that you're going to be able to ride on and do stuff with. Meanwhile, you can't go to the giant dinosaur because you gotta glide down this glider and very carefully go over this air pocket and jump on this ledge. Now you gotta glide across this other air glider and go across this air pocket. Now you fall down and you spend 2 hours doing that just to get to a puzzle to find out, oh, this isn't where I had to go. That's Jedi Survivor. Yep. That's Jedi. Yep, that's Jedi Survivor. Yep. Fumbling around with getting through this one thing part that felt like Mario and felt like a platformer that you couldn't do. Then you got through it and went, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to be here yet. It's just disappointing. And then like performance issues out the ass. I like the game. I like the story. Cal Kestis, phenomenal. Love the actor. I love the fact that he's getting his own series. I love that Mark Hamill promoted the game and the commercial. I love the characters. The game itself is such a good idea. Great concept. Executed poorly. Executed mediocre, I should say. Not poorly, mediocre. Yeah, they executed it mediocrely. Mediocrily. They did. It's not. It shouldn't feel like it shouldn't feel like Mario. It shouldn't feel like I need to glide over the thing carefully and this thing. I'm a damn Jedi. Yeah, I'm a damn Jedi. And you're making me hang from like things to go over air pockets and no. I make my own air pockets. Yeah. Whatever that means. Yeah, I'm a damn Jedi. Stop making the game like we're not superhuman. Come on. Hate this. Like that's what Fallen Order did so well. That's the point. Like the Force Unleashed almost did it. Like the second one almost did it, but you were too constricted. Because remember, you were a Sith, but you were a good Sith, right? You were choosing to betray Vader. That was the point. So that was cool, but it was so restricted. You had to follow the story. Fallen Order did it right. You didn't have to follow the story. You could go open world, free roam, do whatever you want. Okay? But that was the whole point, was that we just needed that a little tiny bit more where it wasn't so frustrating to go here and here and here. And then they just highlighted that part. Just went, well, let's make it really hard to get across the map. This is like so opposite of what we wanted. It is like so opposite of what we wanted. And anybody that pretends that they wanted that, they're just like, oh, you're jumping all over the hype for Survivor. That's what they're doing. Oh, Survivor. Durr. That's the point. People do this. And I was honest for it and just took the flack for it. Lost subs. People were trolling, watching live, pretending to be my friends, but really I knew they were just trolling. I'm pretty sure it was a port, too. I didn't even know that at first. That was the thing. I didn't even know it was a port. And apparently it's just a really bad port. And they just ported the thing. There's this massive game, and you're going to port it. You know that at Baldur's Gate 3, isn't that game like 120-something gigs? And it just came out, right? Yeah. Jedi Survivor's about the same. I even said that at the time, too. I even drew attention to the fact that the Jedi Survivor was huge for the time it came out. And somebody was like, so, or something like that, you know, like try not to make it like seem like a big deal. Like, I was the one pointing out, this is way too big for a port. Something's wrong. Like, why is this game so massive? It's coming out too fast. And it comes out, yeah, full. It's because the textures are huge. They're just gigantic textures. They didn't optimize properly. Yeah, if it was optimized properly, it'd probably be closer to 80, 90 gigs. Maybe 100. 120-something gigs when I installed that. Wonder how big it is now. 150, 160? Who knows? Yeah, with all the patching and everything. A lot of times the patches just throw shit into the game and add more onto it. That's what they're doing with Last Depot. That's what they're doing every time there's a patch with Last Depot. Like 7 gigs. Like, this game wasn't ready. It felt like it was ready. Now they're getting better. It's sort of kind of hiding it almost. All right, now it's really time. I know I said it a while ago. It's really time now. I wanted to just rant a little bit, entertain you guys a little bit longer, give you guys a bit of insight into how I feel about certain things. That is what we did. I have to do some stuff. I got to take care of some things. Will we stream tomorrow? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know what. Well, yes, we will, but like, I just anymore. I play it by ear just because, like, Last Epoch is just going out the window, man. I don't know what to do. Seriously, like, I want to really get into a game, like I did with World of Warcraft. But like, there's nothing that feels like this anymore. Like, you get into it, and it's like you wasted your time. I don't know what to do anymore. There's really nothing like that anymore. And I'm not playing Fortnite. We're not doing that. just not doing it. Yes, we're gonna keep going back to the games I love, Hitman 3 and Hogwarts, and yes, we're gonna play Baldur's Gate 3, but do you guys care? Really? I don't think anybody does anymore. This is the problem. People want to see you stream a game because it's new. It's the new thing. That's it. Yeah, when GTA 6 comes out, it's going to no matter what. Actually, I can show you guys how to do. We'll pull numbers in tonight if you want. You guys want me to prove a point? Nah, let's not do that tonight. I can show you guys how to pull numbers in. I'm just not like that. It's not me. Yeah, because with me, if I do this and I do streams to just do numbers, to pull numbers in, they're going to go. They're going to leave. They don't like me. Yeah, I don't make it in like a numbers audience because I'm an asshole. God, stupid. People think I am. So it's the sort of thing where I do better with a few here and there, and then you gain that core following, and then more show up. It's a little bit at a time sort of thing. That's how you really get your core, and you really establish them. That's exactly how Asmon did it. He didn't blow up overnight. But one thing I will tell you guys is, if you really want me to help you pull in and show you exactly how to do numbers with gaming, I will help you do that. I will show you how to do that. It's not hard. But it's not something I want to do. It's not hard, though. If you're somebody that wants to maintain that type of streamer image and be that, but see that the moment you stop, you stop. That's the problem. You have to be consistent. but I can show you. That's the part nobody wants to do. See, there it is. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about that if you guys want. I know about it has more, like, I know a lot about advertising and stuff. It's more like knowing, because of my life experience, I know going down certain avenues won't work for me. Does that make sense? I'm a lot older than I look. Yeah, you guys look at me, I wear my South Park hoodie and like my stuff, swag or whatever. I'm not 20 something. I'm almost 40. Yeah, don't go thinking I'm just like a kid, please. It's just the opposite of what I want. I wear this stuff because I like this stuff. This is I mean, I watch South Park. I want you guys to know what I like, so I'll wear the stuff that I like, and then that's the point. But no, don't. That's why I don't go down certain avenues, because I just know, you have enough life experience. You just know what's going to happen if you go a certain route. And yeah, while I could say that it would work for maybe even MDL or Cookie, it's not going to work for me. So yeah, we want to go over this, and I'll show you guys what I think works great for gaming streams. As long as you're consistent about it and actually do it, there should be no reason why you're not growing consistently. But the moment you stop and you waver even the slightest bit, you're gonna take a hit. It's just like any business, really. Anyway, I gotta go. I have to blow my nose like yesterday. So, stream probably tomorrow. Like I said, tonight, I don't know about. I highly doubt it. Maybe, but I'm lazy. I'm tired. I'm already like, I have to do stuff, and I haven't gotten it done because we've been doing this. So I got to do that stuff too. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Hope this was entertaining. Take care, everybody.